Hi everybody, it's Saturday morning and I wanted to do something completely unrelated to what I do at work. So I watched this video of a crazy American arguing with Pierce Brosnan about gun control. It was pretty hilarious. I decided to become the most educated person on gun control by spending 20 minutes researching murder rates on the internet. And I found some pretty interesting stuff. First of all, the U.S. murder rate is pretty average, about 4.8 per 100,000 people per year, which puts it much lower than most European countries, which are less than 2, and much higher than, say, Eastern Africa, which is where I live currently. Eastern Africa has a murder rate of around 20 people per 100,000, which is not all that high if you consider Central America or South Africa, Southern Africa, which have the highest rates. What I found interesting, though, is that there's quite a bit of divergence in the United States from state to state in murder rate. Maine, Hawaii, Minnesota, Utah, Iowa, Vermont, and New Hampshire have a murder rate of less than 2 per 100,000, putting them in the neighborhood of Western and Northern Europe. On the other hand, Alaska, Tennessee, Maryland, New Mexico, Louisiana, Puerto Rico, and D.C. have a rate of 6.9 or higher, putting them higher in murder than Haiti. In fact, if you live in D.C., it's roughly equivalent to living in Nairobi as far as murder rates go. So what's going on here? The UK, of course, doesn't have a lot of guns. They have a murder rate of 1.2, but that's fairly high as far as Europe goes. Denmark has no guns. They have a murder rate of 0.9. Switzerland has a lot of guns, and they have a murder rate of 0.7. By the way, Honduras is the highest. If you want to get shot, that's probably your best option at 91.6 murders per 100,000 people per year. So obviously, the easy conclusion to draw is there's something besides gun ownership going on here that causes people to kill each other. Another interesting thing to look at is how much people are dying from firearm deaths. And if you look at the United States, it's one of the highest. Well, it's logical. 10.2 firearm-related deaths per 100,000 people, which is higher than South Africa. You're more likely to get shot and killed in the United States than you are in South Africa, one of the most dangerous countries in the world. But 6.1 of those 10.2 are suicides. So the way to stay safe in the United States, don't shoot yourself.